You're born in the freezing depths of the North Pacific, weighing 400 pounds and already 8 feet long. Your skin is dark gray, almost black, nature's camouflage in the deep ocean. The water is so cold it would kill a human in minutes, but your thick layer of blubber keeps you alive. Your mother hasn't eaten properly in over a year. She's been carrying you, growing you inside her for 17 months, and now she's exhausted and desperate for food. Your first breath isn't relief. It's the beginning of a lifetime where survival depends on intelligence, cooperation, and navigating an ocean that's changing faster than your species can adapt. The moment you're born, you're completely dependent. Your dark coloring helps you blend with the depths, but you're still a target. Sharks, other orcas from rival pods, and even large fish see you as an opportunity. Your mother knows that 40% of orca calves don't survive their first year. You struggle. To coordinate your movements, your echolocation clicks scattered and unfocused. Swimming in formation with your pod requires skills you haven't developed yet. Every surface breath is a risk. Predators often attack from below when whales are vulnerable at the surface. Within hours, you understand your first survival rule. The pod is everything. Your family group consists of your mother, grandmother, aunts, and cousins, led by the oldest female. This isn't just social structure, it's a survival system refined over millions of years. Leave the group and you're dead within days. Your grandmother is 60 years old and has seen everything the ocean can throw at a family. Her scarred body tells stories of encounters with ships, fishing nets, and territorial battles. She'll teach you that intelligence, not just size, keeps orcas alive. At 6 months old, you're still nursing, but hunting education begins immediately. Your mother leads you to observe a sea lion colony, and you witness something that looks brutal, but is actually sophisticated evolutionary behavior. Your family coordinates with military precision. They've developed hunting techniques specific to this region, passed down through generations like cultural knowledge. Different orca populations have completely different hunting methods. Some specialize in sharks, others in whales, some only eat fish. You watch your aunt beach herself partially to grab a sea lion pup. What happens next looks cruel to human eyes, but serves multiple purposes. The playing with prey is actually training behavior. Young orcas learn to handle large, struggling animals safely. The tossing and catching develops coordination and teaches anatomy, where to bite to immobilize without injuring yourself. Your mother guides your first attempt. The learning process is frustrating. Your echolocation isn't precise enough. Your timing is off and your bite force is weak. But this isn't optional education. Orcas who don't master hunting die of starvation. Simple as that. The kill itself is quick and efficient once you learn the technique. Orcas are apex predators because they've evolved to be efficient, not cruel. Every behavior that looks savage has a survival purpose. Growing up in orca society means navigating complex family dynamics where knowledge equals survival. Your grandmother leads because she's lived longest and knows the most about where to find food, how to avoid danger, and when to migrate. The matriarchal system isn't about violence, it's about information transfer. Your grandmother has survived climate cycles, food shortages, and human activities that younger orcas have never encountered. Her decisions seem arbitrary until you understand they're based on decades of experience. When your baby cousin is born with a smaller dorsal fin, your family doesn't abandon him. Instead, they adjust hunting strategies to accommodate his limitations. The pod protects weaker members because genetic diversity strengthens the group. What kills orca families isn't intolerance, it's environmental pressure that makes cooperation impossible. However, resources are limited. During harsh winters when salmon runs fail, your grandmother faces impossible choices. Nursing mothers get priority for food, then young adults, then the elderly. It's not cruelty, it's triage for species survival. You learn that orca pods are essentially floating universities where survival knowledge is the curriculum. Fail to learn, and natural selection handles the rest. By age 5, You've developed the skills that make orcas the ocean's apex predator. You can echolocate prey from miles away, coordinate hunts with split-second timing, and adapt your behavior to different hunting scenarios. The great white shark hunts teach you about precision. Flipping sharks upside down to cause tonic immobility isn't cruelty, it's biomechanical expertise. Your family has learned exactly how shark nervous systems work and exploits that knowledge for safer hunting. The liver contains massive amounts of energy-rich oil that sustains orcas during lean periods. Hunting whale calves reveals the dark side of intelligence. Your pod targets young gray whales during migration not for sport, but because they provide massive amounts of food for the entire family. The coordinated drowning technique has been perfected over thousands of years. Multiple orcas hold the calf underwater while others prevent the mother from interfering. These hunts can last hours, not because orcas enjoy prolonging suffering, but because whale calves are enormous, powerful animals that can injure or kill an orca if not handled carefully. The systematic approach minimizes risk to your family while securing food that will feed everyone for days. You realize that being an apex predator isn't about being cruel. It's about being efficiently deadly in an environment where hesitation means starvation. As you mature, you discover that orca society is divided into distinct populations that rarely interact peacefully. Residents, transients, and offshore populations have evolved different cultures, languages, and hunting strategies over thousands of years. When your pod encounters a transient group near the Aleutian Islands, the confrontation is immediate and serious. These aren't arbitrary territory wars, they're conflicts between populations that have specialized for different ecological niches. Residents eat fish, transients eat marine mammals. Competition for resources drives these encounters. The battle is brief but intense. Adult orcas can inflict massive damage with their jaws, and territorial fights can result in serious injuries or death. Your uncle suffers deep gashes from an enemy's teeth, injuries that will take months to heal and may never fully close. But this isn't endless warfare. Most territorial encounters end with threat displays and separation. Full combat is too risky for both sides. The ocean is vast enough for different populations to coexist, but climate change and overfishing are shrinking habitable areas, forcing more frequent conflicts. You learn that every population of orcas faces the same challenge, finding enough food in an ocean that's rapidly changing. Traditional hunting. Grounds are becoming empty, forcing families into desperate competition. The real nightmare of orca life isn't other orcas, it's the human transformation of your world. Ships create noise pollution so intense it interferes with echolocation. Commercial fishing depletes the salmon runs your family depends on. Chemical pollutants accumulate in your body, causing cancer and reproductive failure. When you're 12, your sister disappears during a storm. Months later, you discover she's been captured for a marine park. The concrete tanks and chlorinated water are slowly driving her insane. Her dorsal fin collapses from lack of exercise and the stress of captivity. Captive orcas live 20-30 years while wild orcas can live 80-100 years. The psychological stress of confinement breaks their minds. Your sister has stopped vocalizing in her family's dialect and has become aggressive toward trainers, behavior never seen in wild populations. But captivity affects wild orcas too. Ship strikes kill or injure family members. Fishing nets entangle and drown orcas who can't reach the surface to breathe. Plastic pollution clogs digestive systems or creates internal injuries. The chemicals humans dump in the ocean accumulate in orca. Body fat. PCBs, DDT, and heavy metals concentrate in top predators like you. These toxins cause immune system failure, making orcas susceptible to diseases that would normally be survivable. By age 20, you're witnessing the breakdown of orca society itself. Traditional food sources are disappearing faster than your family can adapt. Salmon populations have crashed due to dam construction, overfishing, and climate change. Your pod is starving. Hunger changes everything. Your mother, once patient and methodical, becomes desperate and takes dangerous risks. She leads hunts into shipping lanes, trying to access fish populations in heavily trafficked areas. 2 cousins are killed by ship propellers in a single season. Your grandmother, the family's living library of survival knowledge, is dying slowly from accumulated toxins. Her memory fails during critical migration decisions. The cultural knowledge that kept your family alive for generations is disappearing with her. Young orcas in your pod stop following traditional social rules. Without enough food to share, cooperation breaks down. Some individuals become aggressive toward their own family members, behavior that was virtually unknown in healthy orca populations. You watch as other pods fragment entirely. Starving mothers, abandoned calves they can't feed. Adult orcas leave their families to search for food alone, almost certainly condemning themselves to death. The social bonds that define orca existence are dissolving under environmental pressure. At 25 years old, you're now one of the few experienced hunters left in your fractured pod. Your body shows the cumulative damage of life in a polluted ocean, scarred skin from boat propellers, internal lesions from toxic chemicals, and malnutrition from declining food sources. During what becomes your final hunt, your family desperately pursues a small group of harbor seals, but you're competing with fishing boats that harvest the same fish the seals depend on. The seals are already malnourished, providing little nutrition even if you succeed. As you dive deep to intercept the seals, you realize your echolocation is failing. Decades of ship noise have damaged your hearing. You become disoriented in the murky water, separated from your family for the first time in your life. Alone and confused, you surface in the middle of a shipping lane. The massive cargo vessel appears above you like a floating mountain, its engines so loud they mask your distress calls. Your family searches frantically, but the noise pollution prevents them from locating you. The ship strike is inevitable. The impact breaks your spine and punctures your lungs. As you sink below the surface, your family finally finds you. But there's nothing they can do. They stay with you, vocalizing in your shared dialect until your breathing stops. Your death isn't unusual anymore. Orca populations worldwide are declining as their ocean environment becomes unlivable. The intelligence that made orcas successful for millions of years can't adapt fast enough to human-caused changes happening within a single generation. Your body sinks to the seafloor, where it will feed deep-sea scavengers for months. The elements that made up your massive frame will eventually return to the food web, but the cultural knowledge you carried, the hunting techniques, migration routes, and family songs dies with you. Your surviving family members face an impossible choice. Continue following traditional migration patterns to areas that no longer contain food, or venture into unknown waters where ship traffic and industrial fishing make survival nearly impossible. The ocean that shaped your species over 15 million years is changing faster than evolution can respond. Climate change is altering current patterns, acidification is destroying the base of the food web, and microplastics are infiltrating every level of marine life. Being born as an orca in the 21st century means inheriting an intelligence capable of complex culture, deep family bonds, and sophisticated problem-solving. Then watching that intelligence become inadequate against challenges no orca evolution ever prepared you to face. The true tragedy isn't that nature is cruel, it's that human activity has made the ocean itself hostile to its most intelligent inhabitants. Your species survived ice ages, volcanic eruptions, and asteroid impacts, but may not survive the chemical and physical transformation of the sea in the span of a single human lifetime.